All right. Welcome back again on IESF 14 World Esports Championship Fire Stage PUBG Mobile third round of the day. So before we're gonna start the match, I would like to tell you that this event can be held by support from our government sponsors. So thank you once again to Kemenparekraf, Kemenpora, KONI, NOC Indonesia, and of course Wonderful Indonesia. So guys, for the third round, who's gonna get the chicken dinner or siapa yang bakal makan ayam lagi? It's gonna be Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Korea, Chinese Taipei. Let us see. So, let us take to the caster that will lead the game for today, the third round. We have two marvelous ladies there. Please welcome once again Chuchu and Donna Fiska.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gary. I think the one that actually ate chicken just now was you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
He actually is.
It's still, is it done? Yeah, he's done.
Oh, yeah, he's done now.
I'm Chichi, and this is going to be Donna, the cute, adorable with her. I love her hairstyle today, just saying. But before we go, formalities aside, as always, we have to thank none other than our sponsors. It's going to be JHL Group, JHL Auto, Nusape, DES, Good and Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina Hydro Coco, and our official telco partner is going to be Telcosel. None other than our official smartphone partner, Samsung's Galaxy A series. Our internet service provider partner, IndiHome. We have travel management partner, HIN. Hotel partner, also in Marisika Hotel right now. Right now, we are standing at. And also Episode Hotel, our Esports broadcaster partner, Miniski Global, IFEL, and ESID. Our production partner, Lemon ID. And none other than our media partner, Transstudio, Detik.com, Esports.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance TV, Dance Play, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and Kami Bija.
Ooh, got some Indos there.
Yes.
Yay, finally, Chuchu, welcome to Indonesia. You should stay here more often then.
Oh, no.
But also, Chuchu, and also, ladies and gentlemen, our government has given us their best support here. So thank you so much for Kemenpora, Kemenparekraf, KONI, and OC Indonesia, and also Wonderful Indonesia for your support. So this event is really, really amazing. I enjoyed it a lot.
You know what? I said no more for me to stay that long in Indonesia because I can't remember how to talk my language after I've been here so long because it's just so good. The place is just incredible.
Yep.
I love Bali so much. I love the food. I love the people. I love you.
I love
and
you
you guys have been amazing. I mean, like, if you guys haven't been to Indonesia, you guys have to because it's one of the places where everything's happening, and not just that. The people are just so funny, and they're very warm, and they are very welcoming. I mean, like, all the players, even them, having such a great time here.
Yeah. And also, especially if you're joining this kind of event, the tournament and esports gaming, because like we all in here has a same or similar hobbies, right? Interests, right? So yeah, if we meet each other here in the same venue, in the same kind of activities, we're gonna like bond a lot, right?
Yeah, everybody speaks the language of games. But back to us games, we're finally gonna heading out to our last match of Group A versus C. Now this is where everything's gonna keep on happening. It's gonna be the last match of Sana. Well, who will it be for our predictions? Who did you pick?
I picked Chinese Taipei all over again. How about you, Chuchu?
I'm going to go for Senegal because I believe they can do it. Senegal!
Yeah, Senegal, let's go!
They really have it going today. I'm loving the fact the underdogs, a team that we don't have enough spotlight in day one and day two, finally waking up from their slumber and realize, hey, we have to get in the top 11 to get into the grand finals. And today is the last day to do that.
Yeah, I actually almost picked Senegal.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, we can do the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing. Also, not talking about Senegal as well. Like these past two games, I couldn't agree more with you, Chuchu, because like they show us what they got finally. And even though in the last match in Miramar, right, they placed second, right? For Senegal.
It's just so different.
Yeah, it's so different. They placed second, but they were really, really happy about their placement. about their results?
I mean, like, I'm super happy for them, not just because of their results, not just because of their placement, it's because how different if we compare with yesterday's performance coming out from Senegal. They just really ramped it up. They are more confident about their firing. I just hope we don't compliment them too much to jinx them at the same time.
Hopefully not, fingers crossed. And I also like really impressed how, because like actually both Senegal and Saudi Arabia, the last war that happened in between them, the not only the placement is like they above each other, but their, what is it called, like their position in terms of sitting in the stage is like they are above each other.
It's like literally in real life and in the game.
Yeah,
They're
real life
on
and in the
top
game.
of each other. Like, I mean, like not in real life that way, but they're just, you know, having a one step up when it comes to the stage. You don't have that sort of, don't have that picture yet. That's too much information, by the way.
Yeah.
But back about, you have that picture, don't you? Because Donna can't stop laughing when I say on top of each other.
I
You
need
know
to pull
what?
it out of my mind.
That's a dangerous game we're playing, Donna.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Okay. I think we're ready, Choo-Choo, for the last game of today between Group A versus B. So after we saw the Vietnam winning the first game and the Saudi Arabia finally take their crown back in the second game, do you think it's going to be like a different flag all over again?
And you know what? When it comes to Sunhawk, it's a wild card game. It's never expected, as always. But are you guys ready for Sunhawk? Because we're gonna head straight into it.
Let's go!
Now, when it comes to Sunhawk, it's the smallest map that we have to date. And not just that, it's because of it's small and the players have been aggressive. They have nothing else to lose when it comes to the last day of play-ins, trying to get into the grand finals. They have to. And we're having a flight path. Not really centralizing in the center of a map, but it's enough for the players to even reach out to our team.
Yeah, typical Sandhawk, not too hard, not too challenging in terms of flight path as well. Even though it's quite a bit extreme flight path, yeah, it's still okay. Everything is doable in Sandhawk. So what's matter the most is usually, like typically, is the first circle that we're gonna see and that we're gonna witness. The first circle is gonna favoring which part of the Sandhawk itself. So,
of all the places, the first circle have to be 40% or maybe lesser than that. We're making it 60% of water.
Yeah.
So it might be Harteen all the way. If that happens here, Donna, everybody gonna move to its one direction only.
Yeah.
North is gonna be on the northwest side.
Yeah.
So if that happens, imagine the bridges. Two bridges nearby Harteen, the one on the right side, the one on the south. So it's going to be so crowded. A lot of players will have to pay a lot of death toll, including Gaddafi, and being knocked down by the side of the Mauritius team. Now, Libya, they have to be extra careful. They're sharing the compound in Painan.
Yep. Sharing the compound in Painan, the northern Painan will be occupied by Team Libya, I believe, and Mauritius is going to be like the western side of the Painan itself. But with that one knockdown, it's only gonna like cost a time for Libya itself, not costing any man or any soul here. But ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we have
the light of heaven.
The light of heaven.
The
here.
light of heaven have been shined upon us. The moment we have the light of heaven, the voice of heaven will tell us a news that we're quite happy because we're going to share the time with you guys again. It means that we have another remake going on. You know what? It's always the fun part of PUBG Mobile, the hiccups.
Yeah, the hiccups. But well, because like this is like the Group A and also B, like they are, what can I say? They are approaching the end games for them, like the last chance for them, right? So they are not gonna like waste any moment for them. They want to make it, or they want to play the game as maximum as possible for them.
The moment you mention end game, the first thought comes in my mind. It's gonna be, are we in the movies?
Oh,
because we're gonna watch some Mavol, which is not their real name, movies, where they have the end game. So that's going to be it behind it. But speaking of the players, yeah, I definitely agree with the fact that's going to be it. If they can't make it by today, because we mentioned earlier with Doggy even, I think that you guys even mentioned the first match of the day regarding there are 5 teams in the red danger zone. Even they got themselves maybe up to the 9th place, but the gap in between 9, 10, 11th is not that far off, down to the 13th place. Now, there might be a swap in the last minute. We've seen so many teams that have him to be swapped down, being pushed down in the last minute. Now, that definitely will be so painful to actually just take it as your reality in this match.
Yeah, but talking about like the last game, the game that we just saw that unfortunately is not gonna be played anymore. I kind of like the circle though, because like except about what you mentioned earlier, it is like favoring towards Vietnam as much because like
I thought you're going for Chinese Taipei. Wait, what? Which team are you with? Donna, make up your mind.
I'm just like I'm favoring the team that any team here actually.
Really? Really? The any team is Chinese Taipei all the way. Chinese Taipei, Vietnam. Any team. I favor all the team. Yes, I love all the team. Chinese Taipei, Vietnam. Come on, Donna.
But talking about Vietnam though, because like they finally got their momentum, right? Yeah. Their adrenaline rush is there, and they securing most of the area of the A island itself, and then the circle is going towards the A island, so it's gonna be like a big advantage for them, especially like in the last previous Sandhawk that they played. Even though the circle favors the northern area or the A island area of the Sandhawk, but they didn't really make it out of the game for a winning.
I mean, like, I'm not blaming them for the hesitance. You saw how aggressive some teams can get, especially when it comes to Saudi Arabia. They just know how to stop and when to stop. Well, don't blame it on them, because right now, if you guys just happen to be joining PUBG Mobile for the first time, if you're curious about Sandhawk, why is it A, B, and C? There's A for Alpha, B for Bravo, and C for Charlie. So each of the island do have Camp Bravo, Camp Alpha, and Camp Charlie. So it's always one of the biggest indicator when it comes to the island. But back to us, the circle just now, I was disappointed to be remake, because there's going to be, I mean, like, it's hard for the players. It's really challenging, but it's fun for us.
Yeah, the viewers, especially the casters, because we love fights.
We are evil.
We are evil for the players. The players is having a headache, and then we're happy about that.
We're happy they're having headaches. That's just how cruel we are. And one more thing, it's so hard for us to actually seeing a very wonky circle on one side, but we're back into the game now.
Yay.
Will they give us another game of sort? But definitely this flight path is the reverse, the contradiction of the previous one, coming up from Tambang, maybe up to the side of Langkawi, but still more towards the southern part. But the circle will be really nice now. I don't want a nice circle. I do want to have all 3 islands first circle.
Yeah, or very similar with the previous one, but the flight path though, it's kind of like typical, especially like the first preview remake that is happening earlier in the day. It's like a U-turn kind of flight path, because like the flight or the plane itself only go back and forth, and we're gonna witnessing which area is gonna be favored the most by the first circle, and it is gonna be
drum roll. There you go. Oh, it's down south right now. It's the reverse, the circle as well.
Everything is reversed now.
Okay, so Nakam is really a good spot for the players. And I mean, like, even Nakam, all the southern part here, is a really good place, not just because of a circle part, but it's also a good place with a lot of abundance of healing items, including Sami. So I mean, like Chinese Taipei, where you're rooting for them, definitely have a good start, which already have horse run on the other end around Nakam, quite far off from Sami, but he definitely will have a lot of information towards the other teams, which I have a feeling there's going to be Azerbaijan around there as well. So we have possibly 4 teams right in the Camp Charlie area where we have the circle just now.
Yeah, quite crowded now. But one thing that I noticed that is kind of different is also previously we saw Libya facing ups again. I believe which team is that? In a Painan area previously. But
it was Libya.
And then versus one another countries. And then
I'm trying to recall. I think
Yeah.
Mauritius, was it Mauritius though?
I think so.
Possibly. I mean, like,
Possibly.
sorry, we have very
Yeah.
short-term memory. We are goldfish.
Yeah, exactly. But now Libya is getting out of the Pine itself and taking the quarry itself. But Senegal, though, they are spotted down by Azerbaijan, and just like that, Azerbaijan securing their first elimination point early on.
I mean, like, I respect the effort they're trying to use a micro Uzi with a Floyd just now, but the thing is, the rest of the team is quite too far off, too far-fetched, and they are separating into 1-1-1-1 formation for now,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work for the side of Senegal. The moment, I mean, I don't want to jinx them. That's the thing. I feel like I'm jinxing them right now.
We are.
I am. You're going for Chinese Taipei. They're doing great right now.
Yeah, and hopefully they are still gonna doing great for this match, the last match between Group A and B, especially like Azerbaijan doing really well, spotting one man again from the enemy team, which is Senegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Senegal is kind of have a burden going on around them because they lost one man, and also the position is being locked down and hunting down by Senegal.
But it's going to be run and gun for Azerbaijan for now.
yeah, for
I feel
Azerbaijan.
like Azerbaijan is really just going to go to its one compound hopping, even though they don't have enough to actually work with. But that was really courageous coming up from them just to pin down the rest of Senegal. Whilst on the side of Saudi Arabia, now this is going to be the team to be watched out for when it comes to Group A. They're definitely conquering the Paradise Resort, while we have Dupine and Mauritius just going to scatter away each other. It feels like they are not sharing Mauritius with Libya anymore, because
Yeah.
previous match we do have before the remake, Libya players are still here. So definitely after that match before, the Libyans are like, you know, we couldn't win against them
Yeah.
possibly. So they were like respecting that sort of performance.
Yeah, Libya went out, and I believe I saw them around Quarry for now. And I think they are going well for the early games for today. But on to the Vietnam side, even though the Alpha area or the Alpha Island now is in the first circle, so yeah, they're gonna be like having a chill, quite a moment in the early game and gathering some information from the top of the highest ground of Alpha Island itself about the rotation or the movement in terms of the other teams.
I mean, like, this is not Miramar, but it's
Yeah.
okay. If you have the idea, it's fine. As long as you're still in the circle. Imagine if you're in the high ground, right?
Yep.
And then you're not in the circle.
Oh,
Oh, that's all we can say. Oh.
it's gonna be a hard challenge for you,
For everyone.
for everyone.
Even us watching, it feels so hard by just watching. Now back to the side of Pakistan, on top of ruins. They do happen to be visited by another. I'm not sure what Pakistan is doing. They just keep on firing at something else. But Samurai will be cornered by the side of Azerbaijan. Ghost Prime! Samurai did it again! Oh, with a rifle. That was just amazing. Baku taking down Samurai. Oh, no. Where are the rest of Senegal? Where are the other two? Why are they so separated?
Yeah, and now they have to pay the cost of the position itself. But Azerbaijan pressure though was really great. But Samurai almost healed up himself. But yeah, almost is never enough.
Almost is not
Never.
going to bring you to the grand finals.
Yeah.
It's that almost is always the one that will hurt you.
Yeah, give you
So
a
much.
heartbreak.
Yeah, beyond heartbreak, traumatized. It's going to be traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized.
But back to the side of, we do have Libya. Now they're dropping way far off from Mauritius. It's not that too far. They're still inside or sort of a corner of the compound. But we do have some teams playing quietly. Now, Tambang has been heated up by Senegal versus the side of Azerbaijan. I'm loving the fact that Azerbaijan is stepping up their match. They even got himself an MG3, an 8-time scope, a level 3 of everything. What a good day in Nakam.
Ooh, Ghost Prime is actually gonna be the ghost, the prime of the ghost towards the other enemy. But Chinese Taipei, though, we're gonna see the point of view from them. They secure or they're spotting the players from Azerbaijan. But Huoshuan as the frontliner, I believe, and the guardians of the northern side of the defensive area of the Chinese Taipei, he will only gathering information about the position of Azerbaijan's player.
That's a good trigger. This been coming from Horshan. If we were in their actually position, in the actual position, we might actually shot something that, and then we missed quite a lot, and then we give away our position towards the enemy team. That's why we're sitting here, don't know, because we don't have that much trigger discipline as Roshan does. But the thing is, now, would they trying to move? Right now, the rest of the Chinese Taipei only have 2 members. I'm not sure where Hong and also Chang Fu is. Hong's supposed to be the IGL here. Definitely he's giving orders towards the rest of the roster, saying you just gain information, don't open fire. But it's a different story when it comes to the South Korea side. Math Boy being cornered so hard by the side of Iraq, but River burn, baby burn. Where would you run in the corner? Just gonna put out the fires, but they're having another go, but he could see through the smoke. Wait, what? Why? He was right across Math Boy.
Oh my God, but Math Boy managed to take Raver down, no doubt, and the backup is coming in to really eliminate it one by one, the players from Iraq. And not just only the firing is coming on, but the Molotov, the burn is there to eliminate it. Golden by Iraq.
Yalla vote with Kalaga remains at the back lines. Too far, too late here to actually give extra support. Kalaga coming out on the other end. Yalla vote try to distract on the other end. Now they have already the knockdown. They need to pressure more, but if they're not pressuring, they need to build this. Volt cooking up the net quite a bit later. Spotted out across the windows, but Kalaga rebuild him. Kalaga just left. Volt, you're alone here and you need to move. Kalaga's too far.
Oh my God, but Kalaga is gonna approaching, no?
No.
No?
It's like, you do it by yourself. This is your problem now.
Okay, and just like that, Team Iraq is gonna like build out of the war that they've been building towards Team South Korea, because they seems like, or they felt it's not gonna be like worth it that much, because like they only left with 2 players, and also Team South Korea is giving them aggression towards Iraq also.
But they want to gatekeep to the side of the Koreans because the blue zone is shrinking even further, and they want to gatekeep on the other end. Uriel spotted out on Volt, but where is Kalaga? Uriel, Kalaga make the shot. He goes for the flank. He got 1. There's 3 more to go. Kalaga with a man 4-1-6. Spot out the smoke, but Volt is in the blue zone. He needs to make a move. He couldn't stand this much longer, but still the first phase. But they are still giving up a bit of a pressure. They won the bit of a redemption coming up from 2 of their members died out quite early on. Plays on finish of Uriel, but Kalaga still not satisfied with this.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a do or die situation both for Iraq and also South Korea, especially for South Korea, because they've been locked down for quite some time now. They are still in the same compound, in the same house, in the same building for such a quite of time, and they didn't seem like have no way out of the compound.
Oh, ring around the rosy, playing a bit of a sneak peek. Math Boy tried to read out where to go. Do we have vehicles? I don't think so.
Nope.
Big Star, Math Boy already boosted himself quite a lot. And they're back in the building now. We're just gonna, you know what, wait it for a bit, hoping that Yellow Vote will actually bail on them while the blue zone ticking. But at the meantime, we're talking about the third zone will be really destroying both of these teams. They're quite too off from the safe zone.
1 kilometers, km. The path that they need to cross towards or into this next circle is not gonna be easy. And now, and they seems like really want to take each other out. really committed.
I mean, like, if they bail that one for the side of Iraq just now, they might be backstabbed by the side of the teams that they've been trying to shut down on. But back to Saudi Arabia, now they actually start to move against the side of Mauritius. Mauritius have been holding point on the longest. Here comes side of a Vortex, taking on D7, and 1 more, double down. All they need to do is find 2 more. Mauritius Vortex being taken down by Prestige, as always. The brain for the team here. Taking, maybe going to reset on Damian D7, but can he did it alone? Because SK-Tan is quite too far to actually give support fires from the back.
Oh my God, I really love how D7, before he's been revived, he's gonna like securing the other area or angle to really save the players from Saudi Arabia. But SK-Tan, though, with that kind of position, he managed to take 1 man down from Team Mauritius. And just like that, Saudi Arabia is go back again towards the war. This is gonna be like a big war between Mauritius and also Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia only left with 3 3-man now.
It's going to be 3v3 for both the 7. Nick the head of Lord just now. That's going to be really painful in the receiving end of Lord. Mauritius and Saudi, they can just part ways, disengage, having another go after the rotate into the third zone, but they want to commit to this. They're really just putting out all their resources there. Dami boosting up himself, but they don't have enough smoke. They have couples on Prestige's hand, but Prestige don't have enough utility to put the pressure on. One toss of smoke, one Molotov left, but can they have another go? They try to shush away, they try to flush out Mauritius from Painan, who've been holding here the longest since the start.
Yeah, and somehow it works. They forced Team Mauritius out of Painan now. Only 4 techs left to be the back liner of the team itself, but we can see Team Brunei, they are approaching the area of Painan for now, 2-2. The angle that they've been gardening.
We have new player coming in. It's got to be Brunei. Yeah, they want a bit of a pie as well. We're talking about 2 teams we're fighting to Mauritius and Saudi. They want to be the third party. They're just taking the play towards the Saudi, but Vortex spotted them out. Vortex know what he's doing. He saw them through Chewy. Let's take on Dami. It's going to be 3v1. Vortex taking on Piazza. Vortex, what a guy. He's seeing the one of the best player coming out from the side of Mauritius right now. He's shining above the others. Back to the side of Vortex on the rooftop. While we still have Iraq versus Korea. Vote! Almost got him, Mad Boy! Oh, the blue zone, they're so full. But Vote having just band-aids. Just band-aids will work, brother. Because I evolved. Oh, Volt. He finally take down on double take there. Double down. But can he heal himself? Big Star remains. He got first aid. Big Star, big spotted out by Volt. But he don't have anything else. Only band-aids. They need to go. He have to move. 3 more seconds on the clock.
Yes. And he tries to finishing off 2 of the players from South Korea. But the grenade, though, coming from Big Star. Volt is taken down, but Kalaga as well. Kalaga still has the position, still has the vision toward Big Star. But Big Stars, in terms of all of the utilities, in terms of 8 kit, HP, and also vest and helmet, Big Star is 1 step above Kalaga for now.
He knows exactly where Kalaga is.
Yeah.
We saw that spot just now on top of his crosshair. All he needs to do is wait. Is it worth waiting for? They're so far. We're not done. Big Star! Oh my God, Kalaga will try to go. No, he climbed out. Why did he do that? Kalaga is there to save the day. It's down to mano between the South Korea versus Iraq. Kalaga take the sports car. He will be chance go the other way. You know what? I'm done. Big Star, do you have vehicle? This is not a great day here, but we still have Libya versus Chinese Taipei now.
Yeah, Libya and Chinese Taipei, we're going to focusing on to the war. This is going to be like a big war, 4v4, I believe, as Basti is going to be revived for now because Libya still has their time. Shark, though, Shark is going to be like guarding up the inside of the compound itself, but Shark taking so much damage, but Shark thrown the grenade that is really on point. 2 knock has been made by Chinese Taipei, but Huoshuan is trying to revive himself or heal himself up, but Hong, meanwhile, on the other side, managed to finishing off the players from Libya, and just like that, with a snap of a finger, Chinese Taipei eliminated Libya.
They're not done yet. We're talking about, I think it's Sri Lanka team actually tapping out from afar. So Taipei, Chinese Taipei, they need to reset right now. Shock need to be revived. Sustain the rest of Sri Lanka, try to take advantage towards this, but they're not even want to move forward. They don't want to advance. They don't want to navigate themselves in the compound. This is giving so much space for the side of Chinese Taipei to reset. But Amore is spotted out, giving the pressure to the side of Shock. Shock is bleeding out. Who will actually save him? They managed to revive and they managed to reset. Now, all they need to do, Chinese Taipei, is get a vehicle, at least a buggy to get out from here.
Yeah, that's the only way and as fast as possible to do. But meanwhile, we're going to see the team Vietnam trying really, really hard, being a swimmer here and swim across the island. And meanwhile, Winnie, as the backliner of the team itself by Vietnam, he saw Pakistan moving, and it's gonna be like a very, very important situation or knowledge for Team Vietnam.
We are in the Olympics of esports.
Yeah.
So that's why they need someone to swim.
Yeah.
For the sake of Olympics, maybe. I'm not sure if we're playing PUBG or playing swimming right now, but
Yeah.
that's the only way to survive. Why not? Back to the side of Dami on Saudi. I mean, like, so many times Mauritius Vortex being knocked down, but this time being finished off straight away. Saudi Arabia now going to push forward and closing up the distance between Mauritius and Saudi Arabia. Lord, can he save Sky at the same time? They lost their star players just now, which was Vortex. Back to the side of DBS. D7 really want to keep this in the back now. This is going to be an easy one, but the Molotov was right on the dot. Oh, he got banned, but it's not going to be enough. And the circle ended up in Chinese Taipei and Sri Lanka side. And the rest of the other teams, good luck, have fun moving on the southern side of the map.
Yeah, especially the teams that coming from the western or the western north area of the circle itself is going to be like a hard time for them, especially if we remember the Vietnam condition now. After they swimming across the island itself, they need to move, they need to run as fast as possible. So not only become a swimmer, they become a runner now.
Oh, wow. Make it triathlon.
Yeah.
All the way. What else do you need? Bicycles. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Put
why
in
not?
bicycles here, guys. I mean, like, we do get a lot of bicycles at our hotel, by the way.
We do.
We had a good time. Back to the side of Saudi Arabia. Now, they are moving towards in the lair of Chinese Taipei, straight into possibly Sri Lanka as well. They have to pick their poison. But at the same time, they're taking their own sweet time not to make it too reckless towards navigating themselves in the center. Kalaga might spot it out Dami, and it might be another go for the side of Iraq. In the meantime, it's just going to be Kalaga left, so that he has to be extra careful for Iraq. He actually built the fight against the South Korean team just now, who left with only one members. Two teams playing in the blues, including Senegal. Back to the side of Bahrain. Now, Shoto and the rest of Bahrain do get themselves on top of ruins, I think, the compound just now. But the thing is, there's no elevations on that side.
Yeah.
So can they gain any sort of information for the side of Sri Lanka? Susti definitely try to do the work, but Amare and the rest of Sri Lanka will actually try to get themselves in a better place to work with. Azerbaijan will be one of the first few teams again to be getting out of this lobby and match.
All right, but Brunei though, they are approaching or moving nearby. The one-man rail, that is Choto being knocked down just like that, being eliminated. Bahrain though lost one of their men and only left with two men, and their compound for now is gonna be like the hot spot for the other team around them, and it's the other team, including Brunei, is gonna like trying their hard way, trying their best to retake that compound maybe.
For now, I mean, like, if they can actually retake it or if they can actually defend, it's a different story. Now, the circle, this is quite an unusual circle, if you ask me. It's not really on top of Nakhon, but it's on the outskirts, around the junction of the road. Back to the side of Pakistan. They are taking a fight. Winnie taking a Kobe against the Pakistan team now. They have to be extra careful. If they want to fight against Sri Lanka, have one more behind their backs. Now Pakistan kind of stuck in between. And Mori being spotted out. We've been finished off with the Blues and Doom taking on Vars. This is not great. Pakistan being just too much for them. Doom taking on Pain. It's going to be a tree fight. Three teams crossfire. And you have Kalag on the other end, but Kaizen almost shredded his helmet. The Saka ended up in no man's land. What Sri Lanka, Vietnam and Pakistan having it a go one by one. And finally eliminated. Pakistan just being ham and sandwich all the way.
Yeah, but Sri Lanka, though, they really need to be extra careful because Vietnam, as they know, the big war has just ended between Sri Lanka and also Pakistan. Vietnam is actually can take that opportunity, but they didn't do. They don't really move recklessly, and they really move like carefully. Chua Chong, though, he is gonna be like the man that gonna search the information about the players from Sri Lanka before they make the move. But Chua Chong really need to be careful because Susti is guarding up the wing left side of the area of Sri Lanka.
But just now we noted on Prestige again making another play. Amare scouted out Vietnam players right across him. That's another team on his right side. They have to pick their poison right now. From the Pam to the fire. Sri Lanka did actually got COVID by Chua. What a big need and an opening for Vietnam to push forward. They're going to flush their entire team out, cutting across towards the corner. And Nam should get it on Amare and finish off with another Kobe. Vietnam just having such an explosive match right now.
But they didn't notice Sushi position. Sushi is gonna be like the messing. Sushi is gonna messing around in Vietnam, taking one man down from Vietnam. But the refrag is so fast coming from Vietnam, and it's gonna be like 2v3 situation alongside between Sri Lanka and also Vietnam. But Vietnam managed to take 2-1-2K alive again.
But for Tuanzi, can he actually reset while they try to navigate into the safe zone? Chua taking on Susti with a Molotov. Now Chua, in the meantime, kind of doing corner left, right, and center. Even the Blues are squeezing in at the same time. They do have another contender on the other end. Kalaga can actually be the third party and the playmaker for both teams there. But Kalaga making it harder for Hazen and the rest of Sri Lanka. It's not just by the Vietnam team. It's going to be coming up from the Iraq as well. As do manage to retaliate, taking on Nam Shin. Vietnam down to 3, but it's still bleeding out with 1.
Yep. But I really like how the two of the players is moving forward now. But Kalaga, as the last man standing from Iraq, still with his sports car, is gonna try really hard and gonna be spotted down by Chua Chong. And just like, oh, the Sri Lanka got eliminated out of the game.
Yeah, they got caught both sides. I mean, like, there's no way out for the side of Sri Lanka just now. They just couldn't see Kalaga coming out, backstabbing from behind. But Chua definitely saw Kalaga, got knocked, finished off by Ho Xuan. On the other end, even Chinese Taipei having their noses into this business. We're down to 2 teams within seconds here. It's going to be Vietnam versus Chinese Taipei. Both are the teams that you're rooting for, Donna.
Oh my God, and both the team still has 4 men, still full power, full house. Huo Xuan though, taking so much damage towards himself, but managed to dodge the bullets out, but not with the other players. But Hong still managed to dodge the bullets out.
4v4. Vietnam taking on the lower ground, not even the circle. The circle happened to be blasting the Chinese Taipei with elevations as well. Chang Fu taking on Nam Shin. Chua, both have been knocked down to 2. Vietnam, can they actually do this? Do they have enough smokes to just pick up their mates? Only Chua left with bleeding out. Tuanzi and Winning have to go for the flank, but Winning is right in the middle of the blue zone. They've been cornered with the structures as well. Yeah. Chinese Taipei, this is it. This is theirs, and you got it right this time for your prediction. All they need to do is just execute, close the deal, and they can get away with a chicken.
Yeah, I think so, because Team Vietnam for now doesn't seem to really have a way to get out of the blue zone and to get out of the death zone themselves, because no smokes at all. It's so open field, and now Team Chinese Taipei is gonna like swarming in and searching for the last man standing from Eagle or Team Vietnam. 2-1-0 for now. Is gonna facing the death of his.
It's going to be it, trying to play for healing games. But it's just too close for the side of Vietnam. And that's it! Chinese Taipei. I mean, like, if you can't close the deal just now, I have nothing else to say. It was 1v4. What a just flawless performance coming out from Chinese Taipei with more than 10 elimination. I think it was 13. They managed to secure all 4 men well and alive. Everybody was healthy. There was just such a team composition with such a good coordination.
Good coordination, and even Team Vietnam as their opponent has no utility left at all. So yeah, it's a winning condition for Chinese Taipei confirmed. And finally, we didn't jinx any team here.
I jinxed one. I jinxed Senegal.
Oh yeah, Senegal.
I'm
oh
sorry,
God,
Senegal.
sorry,
The moment you got your momentum, I happened to spoil it. Yeah, we got the powers to do so. But it's just incredible plays coming out from most of the teams. It's just so unpredictable when it comes to the drop zone as well. When it comes to the last day of the play-in, we still have the grand finals in 3 days.
Yep.
But when it comes to the last day of play-ins, everybody is just so desperate to make it a go, but it's just the desperation is either you're getting better or you're just making it worse.
Yeah, and better for Chinese Taipei especially because the last time I believe like South Korea's position is like in terms of total points in the leaderboard, they closing in the gap between South Korea and Chinese Taipei, and Chinese Taipei doesn't give it away too easily.
But thing is, South Korea team just now has been waiting with the Iraq team the longest fight ever.
Yeah.
None of them actually winning. None
my
of them
God.
actually. I mean, like Kalak did manage to squeeze in.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about Big Star.
Yeah.
I think he just, you know what, realized there's nobody there. I think he passed into a box in a very sad manner, alone and very
Oh my God.
sad.
Hang and dry alone for yeah, it wasn't worth it at all.
Both teams are losing.
Yeah, not worth it at all for both of the teams, especially when the circle moved away from them. So far, the distance between them and the circle is 1 kilometer away. It's not worth it. You should move by then.
I mean, like they want to go for it. I get the idea of why they want to be backstabbed, but at the same time, it's just too much resources, too much of a death toll, and it's just not worth paying the price. But this time we have Chinese Taipei with 13 elimination, gather up with 28 total points. If Vietnam on the other hand, even though they've been shooting quite a lot, but it's just securing 2 eliminations by far. The second highest is going to be the Sri Lanka team, but the problem with them just now, it happens to be coincidentally having the same timing to rotate alongside with Iraq who's backstabbing them, and also the other team, which I think is just bombarding them from the other side, which was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Pakistan who's having the same sort of boat with them for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, if Sri Lanka wasn't being like tailed down or a backstab, I believe that
They might
survive. The story is gonna be like very, very different, especially between like Sri Lanka, Vietnam, and also Team Chinese Taipei, because I believe Team Sri Lanka has more utility, has more resource than Team Vietnam themselves to really surviving towards the end game of this last match.
That's true. And aside for Libya, now they were in Painan previously. Even before the remake, they were fighting against Mauritius in Painan. So Libya have to give up their Painan. It feels like they are very uncomfortable with it because they can't gain any sort of points at all, including any elimination. It just shows that they are a bit confused about where to go and what to go next because everywhere else is occupied. Now, you have to make it a go, like it or not, since today is the last day of Playins. They don't have any choice anymore.
Yeah, they picked like around quarry area, but the quarry area is not really that cramped of a compound to loot, right?
Yeah.
And they really need to like move around a bit much. And it costs time, of course. It costs time, and they need to move towards Painan again, eventually, at the end of the day. So yeah, I saw a lot of like confusion going on around Libya in this match, so too bad for them. But for now, we are seeing the top 4 teams, which are obviously Chinese Taipei, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and also Senegal. We can see that Team Vietnam really trying so hard in terms of rotation that they made, swimming and also running. And what I really like about the rotation from Vietnam, from what I noticed, is actually when they arrived in the Charlie Island, they sent one man with a vehicle to really scouting area.
Oh,
yeah, and then it works for them.
I think it was Horshun just now who actually tried to scout things out because we can't see, I think it was Shock, and maybe Horchun or even the other Hong wasn't there. They're really scouting, not just giving away the position easily. But the Tro's use is not that much either. The heal is like average. When it comes to eliminations, it's always 40-ish and above. But Horshun, the one who actually getting himself the longest elimination distance this time. But you know it's not. You can't possibly get more than this. But when it comes to the airdrop, this is the average as well of 2, not on the high end like previous one was 3 earlier today. But speaking of how the players played now, who's deserved the MVP? Not just giving away the information of the other team. He's really smart regarding try to get himself eliminations and damage, being the third party and not just one of the first few to be in the entry fragger.
Yep, and also looking at the damage and also elimination is like a fair number that we see. That means Wushuan giving the damage towards the enemy as effective as possible now, or he is being the finisher of all of the knockdowns enemy.
I think coming up from Chinese Taipei, I have a feeling that all the players are pretty much playing almost the same similar role. They all have the same responsibility if we compare with the others. Now, at the same time, we're going to see the overall ranking. Who will be desperate enough to push themselves in the top 11. Right now, I'm not worried about the first page. The top 10 there is definitely having a go for the grand finals, but how much the gap will be. If we compare with number 7 up to 6th place, 6 is not safe either, because it might swap over with so close of a gap. Up to 11 place, 1, 2, 7. Only 2 points difference between the 10th and 11th, but 1, 1, 4. The Korean team still can have a catch-up.
Yep. And we are gonna see the players cam all over again before we jump into the next series of the day. In case you missed this player's face and also want to see who's actually like the players of the teams or the countries itself. But this is the Saudi Arabia side. You can see the face of them. How they actually like, this is like kind of
chilling.
Yeah, they look chilling.
Some of them even have their own lovely pillows.
Yeah.
So which team do brought their pillows today? I mean, like, they definitely love their pillows to be on top of the stage here. So if you can see some players, yep, we do have, I think that Saudi Arabian players have got themselves their pillows. So they're definitely very comfy up there. They just try to perform as best as they can at their most comfortable positions, and you know how they sit. You guys can actually learn with a pillow. Maybe it actually helps with the elbow.
It helps a lot actually, because like if you hang your elbow around, it's gonna be like too tiring. And if you put your elbows on the desk, it's gonna be like too high up for you.
Especially when it comes to our height, right?
Yeah, especially average height.
But we're done for our A versus B. We do have much more matches to go, which is going to be A versus C and B versus C. But before we have more action-packed live action, we're going to toss it back to our lovely, handsome, amazing, remarkable, very funny host. Back to it, Mas Gary.
All right, thank you once again. We have third round done. Another good game. For right now, Chinese Taipei got another winner chicken dinner. So, guys, before we take a short break, I would like to ask you one question. Ayam apa yang handsome? No one answer? No one answer? Like Cucu said, I am Mr. Gary. Okay, after this, still on IESF 14 World Esports Championship.